How frequently in a week should you stretch to truly feel and achieve the very best results?
Many know that stretching is absolutely important, but many just don't do it often enough. I know from my patients that when they stretch just once a week, they already feel much better. However, is that enough?
Of course, the correct frequency is essential. So please stay tuned and watch the video till the end. By the end of the video, you'll clearly know how often you should stretch to effectively relieve pain and achieve great long-lasting results, to increase your flexibility and generally feel significantly more comfortable overall.
It's quite clear that a significant amount of the pain that my patients and many other people suffer from in modern times results from not engaging in enough physical activity.
And this insufficient movement leads to muscles and fascia shortening, causing tensions to become too high. And that in turn affects the joints and the spine's intervertebral discs. And that causes pain and also immobility. Therefore, the muscles and fascia must be stretched. And now the question is, how often should you stretch? That's what it's about. And now let's think logically about it. Our muscles get shortened every single day, 24 hours a day, simply because we don't move enough in our daily life. So what should we do? To truly balance everything out, we should genuinely be putting in a substantial amount of effort to counteract it each and every single day as well. We have managed to cut it down to about 5 to 6 times a week, with each session being just 10 to 15 minutes long. And with that limited time commitment, you're still able to effectively alleviate most of the pain and tightness you might experience. However, this brief duration is only sufficient because a variety of carefully selected instruments and methods are thoughtfully integrated into our stretching routines. We do passive stretching, we do active stretching, and we do 2 types of strength training, which means that this stretching time per exercise includes much more than conventional stretching.
By stretching, you can not only get rid of your pain, but you will also become more flexible, feel freer, and overall feel much, much better.
And what exactly happens when you're stretching? The section that's too short, the part that lacks flexibility, is being mechanically stretched out. What are we pulling on? We are pulling on the muscles and the fascia, but also on all other structures that might require a certain length that we need for flexibility. And now is blocked. Essentially, the body is biologically structured to continuously adapt over time when a stimulus is introduced. That's precisely why it's really beneficial to undertake this consistently 6 days each week. The body learns and grows a bit more each day, constantly adjusting and adapting to the ongoing challenges. It's typically advised that after a truly intense and heavy workout session, the body requires a day of rest and recovery before one can carry on with the next training session. However, because during our stretching and with the strength training that we include in the stretching routine, we ensure that we do not exceed a certain threshold, we always stay within that range, from which we know from practical experience that our patients manage wonderfully doing it every day. And doing it daily has another invaluable benefit. It is significantly easier for the patients to establish a strong routine. It's more manageable to do something on a daily basis than every other day.
And the great thing about stretching is that not only can you get rid of your pain, but you also feel much, much more flexible, much freer. So that means you end up feeling significantly more comfortable overall.
And that's why we always say it. 6 times a week is the optimum because we've been observing this for over 35 years. And you can assume that if you apply this, you will achieve a completely different result when practicing, when stretching.
Now, you know how often you should include stretching in your weekly activities? Surely you also know others who would benefit from making stretching a habit. And you ought to forward this video to them, so make sure to share it. By doing that, they will feel much more comfortable, just like you have started to.